My name is John God Kevin Celis from Dash 2, and now we will talk about the IUCN. Before we start, let's have a dagdag kaalaman. Alam niyo ba kung ano ang pinakamalaking threat sa mga polar bears? Ito ang global warming. Aside dyan, ang mga mammals ang may mga pinakamalaking proportion sa mga threatened na species. And now, we will answer the 5 W's and 1 H with my partner, Marco. Now, without further ado, let's get started. First is who or sino nga ba? Ang IUCN, or also known as International Union for Conservation of Nature, isa itong international organization na nakatuon sa pangangalaga sa kalikasan at napapanatiling paggamit ng mga likas na yaman. Itinatag ito noong 1948 at ngayon ay binubuo ng libu-libong sayantipiko, eksperto, pamahalaan at non-government organizations mula sa iba't ibang bansa. Second is what? Ngayon, ano naman? Ang IUCN, Red List of Threatened Species, ang pinakakomprehensibong source ng impormasyon tungkol sa risk ng mga pagka-extinct na mga hayop, halaman, at fungi sa buong mundo. Sinusuri nito ang mga species na gamit ang specific na criteria para malaman kung gaano na sila kalapit sa tuluyang pagkawala o extinction. It divided into 9 categories, and now we will talk about one by one. First is extinct, o tuluyan ng nawala o wala na talagang nabubuhay kahit saan. Second is extinct in wild, o wala na sa natural na tirahan pero may ilan pa sa captivity, for example zoos, breeding centers, and etc. Next is critically endangered, o nasa matinding panganib na ma-extinct sa lalong madaling panahon. Kasunod nito, endangered, o mataas pa rin ang risk ng extinction pero di kasing taas ng critically endangered. Next is vulnerable, or nanganganib rin pero mas mababa pa ang risk kumpara sa endangered. Kasunod nito ay near threatened, o hindi pa nanganganib pero malapit ng mapabilang sa mga threatened. Next is least concern, o stable pa ang population pero hindi pa problema sa ngayon. Next is data deficient, o kulang ang impormasyon para ma-assess kung nasa panganib na ba o hindi. Next is not evaluated, o hindi pa nasusuri o na-evaluate ng IUCN. Nakakatulong ang mga kategoryang ito para gabayan ang mga conservation efforts sa buong mundo. Ang susunod naman ay ang when o kailan. Na-establish ang IUCN, or International Union for Conservation of Nature, noong October 5, 1948 sa isang international conference na ginanap sa Fontainebleau, France. Mula noon, naging isa ito sa mga pinakarespetadong organisasyon pagdating sa conservation ng kalikasan at biodiversity sa buong mundo. Ang mga iba pang detalye ay papaliwanag sa inyo ng aking partner na si Marco. Pasok!
What's up? My name is Marco Vasquez. Ngayon pag-uusapan natin what is IUCN, or International Union for Conservation of Nature. So, first thing, sasagutin natin yung tanong is where, or saan siya nakapaloob, saan siya nakabilang. So, where? It covers species globally across all continents and oceans. It is accessible online and used by conservationists, governments, and researchers worldwide. So, where? Nakapaloob siya, sabi dito, globally, which means pangkalahatan, pang buong mundo, internationally, di lang sa Asia, di lang sa US, di lang sa Europe, kundi sa buong mundo. So, basically, ginagamit siya ng mga researchers, government to keep track about sa mga different species. Next thing, sasagutin natin is why. To monitor the health of world biodiversity, guide conservation action, inform policy decision, and raise awareness about special at risk of extinction. So yun, ang purpose niya is to raise awareness para lang mabigyan ng awareness yung mga tao about sa different species, di lang sa hayop, coral reefs, and existing na mga plants species na pwede nang ma-extinct, is magiging aware yung mga tao, kaya available sa online to raise awareness and para makip track din ng government kung ano yung mga species na kailangan nilang protektahan, kung saan sila magpo-focus, at kung ano-ano pa yung mga iba't ibang species na kailangan nila pagtuunan ng pansin. So how? Species are assessed using precise criteria based on population, trends, habitat conditions, threats, and other ecological data. The process involves scientific analysis and peer review to ensure accuracy and credibility. So nga naman, paano nakikip track ng IUNC yung mga ganitong bagay, which is globally? So malaki siya. So merong mga iba't ibang researchers na gumagawa nito. Ayun, meron din nagre-report sa kanila. Ngayon tinitignan nila kung ano yung mga condition, threats, yung ano bang ibang reason or dahilan na nakaka-affect sa species, di lang sa mga hayop, sa coral reefs, or sa iba't ibang species ng halaman. Tinitignan nila kung paano nila mapoprotektahan yun. Ito ba'y kagagawa ng mga tao, ng nature, or dahil pa sa predator, or dahil pa sa natural habitat nila. So basically, that's it guys. Thank you very much. Bye.
The IUCN Red List is the world's most comprehensive information source on threatened species, their status, and their links to livelihoods. More than a list, it's actually a barometer of life, measuring many of the threats faced by the species. From the IUCN Red List, we can find out whether a species is being overhunted, whether it's protected by international law, and whether it's important for human livelihoods. It will tell you if biological traits, such as slow reproductive rate, make a species susceptible to overharvesting, and whether restricted range makes it vulnerable to climate change. As a filmmaker and photographer specializing in threatened species and habitats, I consider the IUCN Red List to be an important resource for guiding my work. I have personally had the great pleasure of seeing and photographing many of the listed species on my various assignments. The IUCN Red List is an incredibly powerful tool used by many decision makers, including governments, NGOs, scientific institutions, and the private sector. For example, it is used to guide scientific research, inform policy and conservation planning, and improve decision making to protect the natural resources on which we all depend. More than 70,000 species have been assessed so far, and the results are disturbing, with many species groups facing a high risk of extinction. %41% of amphibians, 25% of mammals, 13% of birds, 33% of warm water reef building corals, 63% of cycads, and 34% of conifers are threatened. The IUCN Red List is compiled and managed by a network of more than 8,000 species experts from around the world. Each year more assessments are added, continually improving our knowledge of life on Earth. Our target is to assess a total of 160,000 species by the year 2020.